It's been a while since I've looked at the Gunstock. Used to be my bread and butter. Today we're going to look at the HIG stock from HIGVR. You guys are watching BRINGHURSTVR. This episode is brought to you by Zippin. They were kind enough to sponsor this episode. More from them a bit later. To begin comes in this box, and on the back it says compatible HMDs include the MetaQuest 1, 2, 3 Pro and Rift S, the Valve Index, Pico Neo 3, Pico 4.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
The Vive Focus 3, Vive XR Elite, and the Vive Cosmos. Now this cup I have here is specifically designed for the MetaQuest 3, so if you're going to buy this, make sure you tick the appropriate box. And on the back of the box, they advertise that this works great with Pavlov, Onward, Contractor, Zero Caliber, Population 1, Arizona Sunshine, Gun Club VR, and Medal of Honor. With this Gunstock, I played Onward and Contractors. I've got some Onward footage here for you. We'll go ahead and look at some of that. What do I like about it? What do I dislike about it? And does it improve your game session? Absolutely it does. Nearly any gun stock worth its salt is going to do something for your aim. The very fact that you have a straight length of pipe means that one hand is going to be in line with the other at all times. And as you can see in this footage, regardless of how well I'm doing, I take a shot and I generally hit the target. Is it lightweight? Yes, it is. Given the carbon fiber, it's not going to bend, it's not going to snap. Because there are no magnets to speak of, it is a quick reload. There is no hunting for the magnets. You simply drop your hand, reload, bring your hand back up to the cup. If you need to go pistol, you simply drop the whole thing. It comes with this strap. Grab your pistol, fire, drop it back to your hip, and again, lift up the gun stock. The natural aim of the thing, just how it bends, feels good, and it's generally in line with the guns I tried. Long-range sniper rifle and M16. Now when you're playing with this, it'll let you pretty easily bring it up, bring it down. If you need to adjust the length, there's a clip right here, pop it up, and you can pull it out, adjust the length of that. Likewise, there's one right here, pop that up, and you can extend that as needed. I had mentioned that a lot of this is 3D printed, such as the cups. For sure they are. The base of this is 3D printed as well, but this right here feels injection molded. Is that the case? I don't know, but I don't see any print lines and it feels very smooth, secure, and they added a rubber pad to the back, which is a nice touch. No one else is doing that. It generally feels good against the shoulder. The strap is well built. I like the clip design, and like every other gun stock, it lets you tilt and adjust that as needed. The shipping quality, the box, the layout, it's a very pretty package. They include an instruction manual. I think most of it's going to be pretty self-explanatory, but if you need to get into it, it comes in Chinese and Americanese. While we're on the issue of build quality, I want to talk about magnets. I like magnets. I've always liked magnets.
You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
And the controller will stay for aesthetic purposes in this very moment, but really the slightest tilt and it's going to fall off. It can be relied upon, you know, unless you're holding it. And like previous builds I've looked at, the issue I've always had, given where that is comfortably, I want to hold it like that. It's the base of the cup, it's secure, it feels good. But from here, I can't even begin to reach the trigger, which means that to hold it the way I need to, it's like that. I'm only holding it with my pinky and half of that other finger. So really just even lifting my pinky is going to make it fall, which you put up with it and you're going to do just fine in the game. It does help you aim, period. But my hands hurt after even 5 minutes. It's decidedly inconvenient. Now in the email, they'd said that they had a magnetic attachment that would be sold separately, but I don't have it. It's not here. They seemingly didn't send it. And so I can't talk about that. I wish I could, but it's not on their website either that I can tell. You know what else isn't on their website? A segue to this sponsor. Zippin has created a moisture-absorbing, disposable cotton facial interface. If you share the headset like I do, other people sweat, and that's why I use Zippin. It attaches to the ears quickly, it's comfortable and unintrusive, and after a play session, it's as easy as tossing it in the garbage. They offer 2 quantities, 60 and 6, depending on your use case, and I love not having to wipe the headset down after letting my kids play. Whether you're using the stock interface or a third-party solution, moisture is always an issue. Sometimes it's soaked into the fabric. With pleather designs, it has to be wiped clean. But with a disposable pad from Zippin, it makes handing off the headset fast and hassle-free. And ever since I discovered these guys, my kids wear it every time. Thanks to Zippin for sponsoring this episode. Find their link in the description below and use the code BRINGHURSTVR at checkout for a staggering 30% off. One thing that is really cool about this, the back of this here has these slots with magnets in them to attach the keys that you've got. So it just goes into the hole and snaps in. No one else is doing that, and it's just a brilliant idea. Everything about this is thought out very well. The buttstock is the most impressive portion to me. How lightweight it is, how strong it is, the inclusion of the magnets on the back to hold the tools, the rubber pad, no one else is doing that. And the fact that it just twists and allows you to extend and shorten pretty quickly with the flip of a tab. If you're gonna go this route, if you're gonna use these cups, it's a great gun stock. But I can't use the cups. I find it incredibly awkward, uncomfortable, and annoying. But I am not you, and not everyone feels the way I do. If you've used this kind of style before and you like it, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Now, looking at their website, the list of compatible devices I mentioned appears to have grown a bit compared to what's on their box. This also seems to include PSVR 2, which is good to know. Now, the HIG Gunstock is $99.99 straight from their website. However, they do have a Gunstock Lite version, which they sent me, and it is $49.90, about half the price. And the way that works is like so. We're gonna pop this baby up, pull it off. Pop this up, pull it off. And now with that middle section off, I have 2 halves, and I'm gonna insert that on one end, snap it down, and insert this on the other. Now we have this puppy. From there, I'll be required to move this cup, which, oh no, where will I find a hex wrench? Oh yeah, it's just on the back, which is super handy, like so. Now that that's off and it's all set, this is the Lite version. This is $50, half the price of the other one. And the main difference is going to be lightweight and the fact that while you can tilt and adjust that way, there's no elbow to speak of, but you're still able to extend it in and out from the front and from the back. I don't have a scale on me to do this, but they're telling me the lightweight version is 250 grams. They've got replacement cups for the gunstock. They have a HIG Gunstock bipod. They've got the gunstock itself. They've got knuckle straps, and they've got the light version. This is decent for the price, and if you're trying to pinch pennies, you could do a lot worse than this. It's just a bummer that it's got this system where you have to hold the controllers and the cup at the same time. But these guys don't only sell this stuff. They have wearable accessories. They have a HIGVR haptic suit, which appears to have, borrowed tech-wise from the bHaptics tack suit. They have a HIGVR haptic module. They have HIGVR straps for body tracking, VR prescription lenses. I want to make sure I'm...
What?
When playing VR FPS games, the core demand of most players is for a realistic shooting experience. In order to enhance the immersive feeling of shooting games, we have designed a VR gun with the appearance of a real gun to provide a more immersive gaming experience. The HIG M4 has a VR grip at the body of the gun with basic buttons for universal grip, controller button A, a controller button B joystick, side buttons, and trigger buttons. This is the perfect solution for the lack of buttons in the right hand, resulting in multiple games not being suitable. More realistically, restore the shooting experience, such as pulling the trigger, changing the magazine, and switching the bolt auxiliary mechanism. So it sounds like it's some kind of a Bluetooth accessory where you mount your controller on it, and then like a VR golf club or a gun stock, you'd be able to position the gun in VR to make sure that your controller is in sync with the gun in the way that you need, and then it connects in a way that pulling the trigger of the gun itself actually pulls the trigger function of the controller. Now that's $350, but that might be worth it. You could never play with it outside. Good Lord. That would be nifty. It sounds like it's even got the function on the back to pull that bolt. So that's the HIG M4, and from there they have all kinds of accessories. I don't mean to go off on this, you know, I didn't realize these guys were doing so much. So the point being that, you know, this gun stock, it does a lot of things great, and it does a couple things not so great. But regardless, the company's going places. The Buttstock is perfect. They're selling a lot of cool stuff, and I don't know anyone else who's doing that HIG M4 design. Their link will be in the description. I appreciate them sending this. If down the line they send me that magnetic attachment, then I will create a second video. Maybe down the line I'll be able to try some of this other stuff from them, provided I didn't jack this one up too bad. Find their link in the description. Use the code BRINGHURSTVR for 10% off on up to 2 items. I appreciate them. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. You guys are watching BRINGHURSTVR. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the flip side.